Hello, you are listening to and watching Shagged Married Annoyed. Please keep me anonymous.
Part of the Shagged Married Annoyed multiverse saga.
Oh,
Sorry, we're busy watching all the Avengers movies.
Yeah, making it part of a real life.
And this week we are joined by the fantastically funny and absolutely lovely Sara Pascoe.
Yeah, such a nice chat.
Such a good chat.
When literally looked at the clock and it had been 40 minutes and I hadn't even noticed.
Yeah.
And I love that.
It's that thing, we do that thing where we read all of their notes and we research everything about them and then we never have to use it because we just have such a good chat with them.
No,
yeah, it's brilliant.
We're going to talk a lot about comedy, what she's got going on. She is currently on tour in the UK and Ireland with her show I Am a Strange Gloop. And if you want to go see her, it's sarapascoe.co.uk.
That's Sarah spelled S-A-R-A.
Oh, yeah.
Just so you know.
Is Sarah or is it Sarah?
No, it's definitely Sarah, yeah, but it's spelled Sarah, yeah.
Okay, good.
She hosts the podcast Werdos Book Club with her mate Cariad Lloyd. And it says it's a space, Werdos Book Club is a space for the lonely outsider to feel accepted and appreciated. And they're joined by a guest each week to discuss a book that is special, stimulating and weird.
Oh, I love weird books.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. The Werdos Book Club actually will be at this year's Crossed Wires Podcast Festival. The live show is taking place on Sunday, the 5th of July. For tickets, visit crossedwires.live/podcast.
So there you go. So enjoy this wonderful chat and please subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube.
Yeah.
And if you're on one of your little podcast apps, subscribe as well. It just helps. It takes you a second. Why aren't you doing it? Why? We've discussed this.
What are you badgering people for?
Sorry.
Come on.
Enjoy.
I've got really smooth balls. And that's what comes back to me. That's what, I've never seen her again. She probably got rid of her dog, moved house. She doesn't ever, at any time of day, she's thinking, I don't want to see that lady again. She's like,
We came last night.
Yeah.
He came from Aberdeen. And they didn't realise that we had to be in London. So Chris had to fly from Aberdeen. I came on the train on my own, which was actually...
It's nice.
It was nice.
I like being on a train.
It was lovely. I love it. I love being by myself.
Yeah.
So that was nice. And then we had a lovely early night last night, room service in the hotel.
Lovely.
A full night's sleep.
Yeah.
Which is just it's such a pleasure.
Well, it's why we go on tour.
I know.
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. I'm
is
coming to
just-
London next week for a meeting on my own.
I'm glad that you have that too. Because I swear, it's just, all the partying days are gone, and all you're just I just can't wait to go back to my hotel room, have a pot noodle maybe, straight into bed.
You guys are like that now because you've just started your tour.
Yeah.
And you're with Carl, who's your best friend.
Yeah.
And Reese, who's tour manager for years. But I remember getting texts at like 2 or 3 in the morning saying, night, night. There's been none of them, Chris.
Yeah,
No.
it used to be, my excuse used to be, you're just too wired after a show, you can't go to bed. So you need to sort of
you
like,
can't.
and now I'm like, yeah.
Can you now?
Watch
Can you fully?
half of Irish Traitors, and then it turns out I'm not that wired at all.
They've done an Irish Traitors.
They put it on iPlayer because everyone said it was so good.
Oh,
The
God,
Irish
okay.
one. I tell you what's really good about it. Number one, the money is low. It's
Right.
50, I want to say 50 euros, 50,000 euros.
Okay.
But where I'm up to, they've only won 20,000 euros. So if you're splitting that,
It's not.
it's got that pot dwindle.
Okay.
Right, okay.
And they chose 3 really bad traitors at the beginning, and it's
my
just so
God.
enjoyable for that reason. You've just got into traitors, haven't you?
I've only just got into it. Yeah.
Because I saw you on Ed Gamble's saying how you'd only just got into it. So
Yeah.
a lot
Which
of
we
us
had
were
a-
tutting at you.
We
Yes.
had a really big argument about that.
Absolutely.
Because I was literally like, I don't think you should be doing this because people take this seriously and you can't just go up and be like, no.
And also sometimes what happens is if everyone else is into a thing and talking about it, it makes you not want to get into it.
So that happens to me every time.
So it's good for someone to say, I wasn't, I just started, it's great, and people to hear that.
Yes.
Yes. So that's
You're
what,
like that
so
with everything. Chris will not watch something.
I will, if I'm told more than 3 times to eat something, go somewhere, or watch something, I will absolutely avoid it as much as I can. Then I'll get into it after everyone else, and then I'll become the CEO of that thing.
This is such a comedian trait.
Yes.
With contrarians. It's like, don't tell me what I'll like. I'm
Yeah.
not like other people.
Yeah.
You're all the same.
I know. I'm really looking forward to Breaking Bad. Have you heard
Yes,
of that?
I've heard it's fantastic. No, I did that with Breaking Bad.
And The Wire and what's Sopranos. I've
Sopranos.
got all of those to look
You
forward
haven't
to.
watched
Oh my
any
God,
of
you've not
these?
watched any of them?
Are you joking?
I'm going to do them now when no one's talking about them anymore.
And then talk to people about it as if it's a thing. Yeah.
As if I've just discovered this little known show on Now TV.
I did it
jealous.
with Breaking Bad. I did it with
Did
Breaking
you?
Bad. Breaking Bad is the one show where I've invented something that cannot be done, that is impossible, but I have invented it. And when it does come out somehow, I'm going to say that was my invention.
Yeah.
A pill that you take while you're watching the show so that you forget the show so you can watch it again.
Like a Forget Me Now in Arrested Development.
Is that a thing?
Well, I think it's Rehypnol, but they call them Forget Me Nows.
I just remember that storyline.
Yeah, it's like Rehypnol in yourself. So it's like
Does it?
for short term, just killing your short term.
Yeah, mine more like I think mine's got to be. It's got to be more of a Black Mirror vibe. I think there needs to be some kind of technology in it. But I need a pill
or Men in
that
Black
I can,
vibe. You know,
that I can take. Watch like you say, surprise. I'd love to forget Breaking Bad. I've watched it about 4 or 5 times.
I have you,
but I did that with Breaking Bad. Everyone said you've got to watch the show, and I was like, ugh. And then I became. I mean, I've got the art. I bought artwork from the show. I wore clothing from the show.
I'm the opposite me. I'm like, everyone loves it, I'll watch it. I love to just be guided in the right direction.
I think that's healthy. I think that's healthy.
You're the normal one. We're the weirdos.
Because then you can join in conversations. I don't know what it is about. I'm sure it's not just comedians, but there's definitely something about us as a species that goes, oh, everyone's talking about it, not interested.
Yeah,
I'm into my thing.
I get that
Panini
vibe.
Stickers. We'll just have something that makes us feel interesting and unique.
So would you not, so like if I'm going on holiday and I want to get some books,
Oh, yeah.
I will Google like best books of the moment.
Yeah.
Like, would you not do that?
I would, but wouldn't you get like sponsored ads now? You can't trust anything.
True.
That's
I
what I
actually
would
get
say.
most of my book recommendations from TikTok,
Yes.
which is tragic. Speaking of you,
I think Book Tok is amazing.
Yes.
And it's sort of saving a
Tok?
failing industry.
Well, I
because,
like Book Tok.
Yeah, Book Tok's amazing. It makes everything accessible. And also there's no like embarrassment. Like, they're really into like vampire stuff and romance stuff. There's no snobbery about enjoying things. I think lots of people get put off reading.
Yeah.
Cariad and I have a book podcast. This is a
I
segue
know.
because we are talking about books. I'm not trying to
Yes,
promote
it's
it.
here.
But
Yes, you've got
Weirdos Book Club.
That's
Yes.
you and Cariad Lloyd. Yes.
And the important thing for us is just, can you have a conversation about it? Do you want to put it into someone's hands?
Yeah.
Because that is the thing. And also, there's nothing worse than starting a book and going, oh God, it's so long. And
Would
it
you
feels like
persevere?
homework.
Would you persevere? I wouldn't. I would just go, no, thank you.
If we've booked the author on the podcast, probably a bit like you with your research.
Imagine. Well, on the podcast, look,
Yeah.
couldn't get past the first couple of pages. Tell me what it's about.
Yeah, thanks for coming on in, McEwen. I didn't really get into it, but is it a good ending? Does it pick up?
I've got one at the
Are you
minute.
happy with it?
Yeah, that's the thing. Or what people say after gigs. Did you enjoy yourself?
Hey, must be tough getting up there. That's the worst one.
Yeah.
Must be tough getting up there.
I once had a man write to me, and this makes me sound like a terrible comedian. I'm just interested. Do they all go like that?
Stop.
Because
Oh,
do they all go like that? Yeah, and that weirdly, he didn't mean it in a nice way, a bad way. Didn't mean it in a nasty way. What he meant was, how if they always go like that? And it was Jongleurs in Camden. Yeah. So it was fine for me to go, no, they don't normally go like that. I wouldn't be able to do it 7 times a week if that was what I was
crazy.
going out to.
Was it a good gig?
Jongleurs Camden was never a good gig.
It was just flat. It wasn't like I didn't get torn to shreds. I was tolerated for 20 minutes. Which in some ways is worse.
I know, this is stand-up comedy blows my mind, right?
Yeah.
Because I love stand-up comedy. I don't go to see it often enough, and I really want to go watch more. But like, I just don't understand people who go and they're like, make me laugh. Because I will go, and even if I don't find anything that funny, I will laugh because I think there's someone up there, selling their soul, trying to make everyone laugh. No one's laughing, and I will be the one sitting there going, ah!
I think most people do have that attitude. Especially like my early gigs, let's say, like I was telling someone about my first gig the other day, what I saw in people's faces is that it's more painful for them to watch you struggling than it is for you. They look at you like, please be fine. Please don't be upset about this. And then what you see is like human beings are genuinely invested in each other. The live experience means they come out because they want it to be good.
I've got a thing where I cannot comfortably enjoy a show if the person on stage is not comfortable in them or confident in themselves. I will hate that.
But Rosie takes it too far. Rosie can't, like someone like who does the comedy of awkwardness. She can't.
Yeah, I find
Rosie,
that hard,
so
actually.
Rosie needs it to be belt and braces. jazz hands,
Yeah.
own the room.
Keep your avant-garde.
Yeah, she
No,
can't
thank you.
have anyone who's a deliberate a fuck up that's built in. It makes her really
I'll
uncomfortable.
give you an example of someone. I'm talking about someone who's genius level, so we're not criticising them. So
Okay.
Paul Foot has a thing with his body,
Yeah.
where it's like his body is trying to escape the stage, and he's sort of like dragging it back. And I always just want. And,
She couldn't.
I wouldn't.
No, it does. It makes you quite anxious.
Yeah,
And it's the exact
I don't wanna
opposite.
be
Like someone
anxious.
strutting around. And then once I saw a gig, and I think he's so amazing. He is so amazing. So this isn't a criticism of a comic, but there was it was a provincial gig, and they didn't go for him, and so he did 45 minutes extra.
No.
Sort of taming them into submission, and they did go eventually because he
Right.
had this bit at the point. Do you remember when Paul Foot had this bit where he used to go, "Who's the killer? I'm the killer," over and over and over
really,
again.
really, really off the wall.
Yeah,
But,
so
but
yeah.
there's a world for it though. Just because I don't enjoy
she's
it,
very
you know.
successful.
This is
Yeah.
what I'm saying. It's just not my cup of tea. But I think that comes from like acting-y side, and if
Yeah.
somebody's not confident on stage, even if they're acting or if they're singing,
Yeah.
I'm just like,
But it happens, when people try and talk about trauma,
Yeah.
which again is a wide spectrum. There's a difference between someone talking about something they're fine about now, an ex-boyfriend from 6 months ago, and it's so funny,
Yeah.
how sad you were at the time, and then someone talks and they still are a bit sad.
Yeah.
And again, it's that thing where you go, "You're not ready.
you know, not ready, not yet.
We can't laugh with you yet. This
Yeah.
isn't healed."
It's
yeah.
really,
Oh my
still
God,
really
yeah.
sad.
That's really odd because I spoke to a mate of mine the other day who I hadn't spoke to. Someone I work with him, I hadn't spoken to him for ages, and I spoke to him. It had been like 2 years, and he was like, "Oh, just so you know, I've split up with my wife. We're busy getting divorced. It's fine. It was 2 years ago. I'm fine now." But for me, it had just happened.
Brand new.
So I was like, and he's like, "Yeah, it's fine. It's all bit." And I was like, but he was like, "No, you need to. It's fine." And I was like, "Okay." So I had to go through 2 years of healing in like 5 minutes.
I can't believe you made that man's divorce about yourself.
So what shocked you so much that you thought that they were just going to be forever, or just how painful that must be for their family?
It was just everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just everything in one go. Like your kids, your this, your that, and
Yeah.
your situation. And I had to catch up on it in like 5 minutes.
And were you like, "Did you meet someone else? And did you cheat on you?"
What's
What
it
I
about
just
him?
into?
Crazy, man. Here's a question. So we started 2007. We started exactly the same time.
I know, which means we're coming up to our 20 years.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
19 years this
Congratulations.
year.
Yeah. It's unbelievable.
It's gone fast, right? You suddenly you go from being
20
the
years is a
youngest
long
person
time.
in the room
Yeah.
to being really old.
Sarah, I walked around the Edinburgh Fringe this year with my son, and I didn't know anyone on any of the posters.
Oh, the conversation you and Susie Ruffle had the other day was sad.
Yeah.
That was a sad. They were both just like, I don't know anybody.
Yeah.
Do you?
Don't know
Do
any
you
of the new comics.
anyone
Don't know
who's
anyone.
doing it? I was
Well, the
like,
thing
oh,
I
guys.
really like is that. So I did a work in progress at the Monkey Barrel at midday.
Nice.
And I felt like
Oh,
Steen
good
was doing the
slot.
Pleasant, so that's why we were
Oh,
up
yeah,
there for
sorry,
a month.
but you don't need it. Sarah Pascoe
No, but what I
doesn't need
mean
a
is,
flash
but
up
it
for the
felt like,
posters.
but
Everyone
it
knows
felt
that.
like
I
a
know, but
school I
midday.
used to go to, and I was coming back to visit, and I saw someone on the meadows, and I won't say who it was, but someone who was doing the full month.
Yeah.
And is on an ascendancy, and she was so stressed, and it's so funny being so far evolved out of it, and then going, "Oh
Wow.
yeah, I remember when I was doing my GCSEs." Oh yeah,
Stressed.
oh the revision, yeah, oh, bless her.
Wow.
Babadoo, 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 ba.
How did your first ever gig go?
It was. I got drunk. I couldn't imagine it happening, so I kept thinking it wasn't going to. They said I was in the second half, and I was sitting on the side of the room on a stool, watching it, drinking my glass of wine, thinking it's fine, because I'll just go in the interval. I cannot imagine standing at the front I can't imagine him saying my name and me walking up there.
My God.
And then when I didn't leave in the interval, because I didn't want to get told off by the man, I thought he'll say my name and I'll just shake my head and go,
Nah.
No.
Not today, yeah.
And then what he did was he said my name and he said it was my first gig. There's 12 people in the audience. And weirdly, because I had wanted to be an actor for a really long time, what happened I felt was like the click that happens when you're in a play, which is suddenly your body is filled with something and you cope with it.
Yeah.
And so it all came out. Nobody laughed. And I say that because if anyone's listening who wants to do comedy, don't be a perfectionist about it. Just first of all, see if you actually enjoy standing up at the front of the room, looking the opposite way to everyone else.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So I can't remember anyone laughing, but I can remember people smiling at me like, we're not your enemies.
That's
And then
nice.
when I came out, I felt like I jumped out of an aeroplane and I was like, this is what I'm going to do forever. I just found my thing. And then you get addicted to that feeling and it's an addiction for the rest of your life.
Everybody said that.
Yeah.
All the
Wow.
comics that we've had on have said that.
How was yours?
See, this is what because when you touched on it there, because you mentioned earlier on when you were talking about the guy who'd messaged you. I was extremely lucky in my first gig.
Yeah.
It was the Dog and Parrot in Newcastle. It was normally like that. I went and watched 2 shows before I went, and it was 12.
That's good research.
There was 12 people in the crowd, and some people were down on the hall. I turned up for mine, and there was a student on doing something to do with his course. There was 2 cameras there, his mates filming, and there was about 60 people in the room.
Oh, right, okay.
And I, instead of being terrified, I was more excited that there was more people. And I've always worked on, like, I call it the half laugh rule. If only half of the people laugh,
that's a big laugh.
That's 30 people laughing. So someone goes, mate, what's worse? Is little venues worse or big venues? I go, little venues are worse, because if I've got 4,000 people and 2,000 are laughing, and half of them are laughing, that's 2,000 laughs. So I went on, and inexplicably, it was incredible. Incredible.
But I don't think that is inexplicable, because you were excited to see them. I think, honestly, that's half of it.
Do you think?
Yeah, a dog wagging their tail at you.
Well,
that is such an amazing review of my first gig.
Yeah.
It was a dog wag. Not to do it. Get your head up,
to go back to like what you were saying, like all the time we're reading other people's emotions. You're watching someone up there who's scared and nervous and needs you to like them.
Yeah.
That's hard work for us as an audience. Someone who's like, "Hi, I'm just so glad to be here." You're like, "Oh, thank."
Put you at ease straight away.
Non-verbally, you just subconsciously think, "Oh, thank God for that. They want to be here."
Yeah.
And there's such a wonderful thing. And I think that, honestly, is the thing about going, oh, this is what I should be doing.
Yeah.
Even from that very first one. And again, I think for anyone listening who wants to do stand-up, because I do think everyone should do it. And I don't think anyone should feel excluded from it ever.
Yeah.
Going to watch a new material night is so different. I would never have done it if I hadn't. There was a boy that I knew that I was like dating a little bit, and he was doing stand-up comedy, and I went to watch it, and it was men in pads doing bad jokes. And I was like, oh, I can do that.
Right.
Whereas if you just see Jack D or
the
Dylan
Comedy Store or
Moran,
something. Yeah.
Then you go, God, how do they remember it all, and how do they get there? You have to see the rudiments right at the beginning to go, oh, that's what it looks like when you've had an idea and you say it. And also the fact that you can say a joke that doesn't work and no one dies, that we all survive it, and that is part of it.
It is really interesting.
I just honestly think that if I wasn't, I don't know, you've weirdly, I've always believed this, but you've kind of put us off it a bit. You've put us off my belief. You've turned us the other way. I've often said, if I hadn't turned up on that night with all of them people there, and I'd gone on and it had been 12 people and I'd died, I don't think I'd have went back.
Well, it's interesting then, because Rob Beckett's got a very similar story. Like, they really laughed at his first gig. Like, the excitement was, oh my God, I'm good at this.
Yeah.
Whereas for me, in terms of staying with it, maybe it's different kinds of comedy or craft, but it was when I did my first gig to Silence, which you might never have had, but I had.
No, I've done that.
Okay, because that for me was so huge. It was a Hackney Empire tryout, and so for that competition, I knew that like lots and lots of comics had gone to the final of that show, and it's just like tryouts and then a final.
Right.
And on before me was a dog jumping up at a balloon. So there's a man.
God damn it, that's my act.
I know.
They won Britain's Got Talent.
Yeah, and that's it. So I was watching it thinking, oh God, if they like this dog that much, imagine how much they'll like my stuff about bagel guillotines. And that was. I
had a bagel guillotine back in the day.
Did you?
I did.
It's lots of fun. And so I was looking forward to going on, and then it was just very, very flat because I'd followed a dog with a balloon.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But I went home on the train, and I was writing up the gig and reflecting on the fact that, wow, I can't imagine it going any worse than that, and yet I still just want to do it again tomorrow.
Want to do it.
And that's when I knew it was my job.
That's lovely.
Oddly.
I love that.
That's really
good. It's so odd because it really
I need to talk about a gig where someone laughed, though, because I keep talking
No, we're going to cut it. We're going to cut it now. You've never had one. We all know this. It takes so many years of experience to realise that going on after the dog jumping in the balloon is a fucking nightmare.
Or music. When they say to you, we're doing a gig and it's going to be a bit of mime, clowns, some burlesque and a band and then a comedian. And you go, oh, that sounds really fun.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't realise.
No.
Oh my God.
I followed burlesque a couple of times at sort of like festival nights, like in Spiegel tents around the world, to realise you can't follow burlesque. They can't see a woman looking incredible in her underwear and then see a woman fully dressed. So, men are pieces of shit, aren't they?
Who was looking at her?
Yeah, exactly.
Who was looking at her?
Yeah, okay, hands up. Perverts.
All of you. Yeah. Disgusting. Right, you are... Are you on tour now? Or are you going?
Yeah, until the end of March. Just the last little bit, actually.
Nice.
Yeah.
I am a strange gloop.
Yeah, because I couldn't call it I'm a tired piece of shit. Because you have to name a show months and months and months before you're out doing it. And I couldn't imagine at that point how my brain was going to work. Neither of my children sleep through the night. The hilarious thing is when I was naming my show 18 months before the tour started, which is 2.5 years before now, I thought, actually, my son's 2.5, the baby.
Do you think you'd be all right?
I just thought, well, I'll have to write new material when they sleep through the night. And
how old are they now?
My eldest just turned 4 on Sunday.
Nice.
And then the other one's 2.5. Yeah.
Oh my God.
But they're just 2 boys, and we've got a mattress. At the moment, we've got a mattress on the floor in their room.
Wow.
Because they just come and find us.
Just let them in.
Anywhere else.
Just let them in.
Let them in.
Let them in bed.
Buy a bigger bed.
Let them in.
I got the biggest bed I could buy.
Yeah.
It's an emperor size. It is a really big bed. It's just that one of us has to be getting some sleep.
Magical. I'm so jealous.
No,
Do you remember the bed?
we
Can you remember the
give
bed
up.
I sent you? I found a bed online.
Yeah.
It was like 2 king size beds put together.
yeah.
And she was like, no. I was like, we need it. I was like,
Yeah,
we
you
need a
do
family.
need it.
You have to order the sheets with the bed from that
And they're
company
so
because nowhere does
expensive.
them.
Yeah. Oh wow. So that's even bigger than ours. But the
I didn't
sheets
get
are so
it. She
expensive.
wouldn't let us get it.
And then when
No,
your kids are doing Sharpie all over them, you're like,
We're past that now. So the 10-year-old is now in his bed, which is great.
yeah. But it takes a decade, is the thing.
It takes 10 years. It's took 10 years, and we just gave up. We were like, just come in. Doesn't matter. Everyone's
But
sleeping.
they come in, but they still don't sleep. There's chatting.
Oh no.
Theodore is so obsessed with me, and I don't say that in an arrogant way. No one's ever liked me this much in my life. he just wants to wake me up to tell me his secrets. You know,
That's
to ask me
lovely.
questions. Does Father Christmas have a skeleton?
Oh, what, in his body? Oh, like it's separate.
He just Halloween and then Christmas were just one after the other, and he was like, "Hang on, does Father Christmas have a skeleton?" Like it's that kind of thing. And sometimes he likes to use my head as a pillow. It's like he would like to crawl inside my skin.
Yeah.
And so it's all disruptive. It's not like they just come in and then sleep.
Okay, I get what you mean. My youngest is also a little bit obsessed with me, which is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
But like you say, at 4 o'clock in the morning, I can't bear it.
Yeah.
But he's only, when he had his dummy till he was about 3.
Well, my 4-year-old's still got a dummy. We're negotiating this currently.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
it's really hard.
The clinginess stopped a little bit once the dummy went. I think the dummy was because he used to pull my hair.
Yeah.
So he
okay.
would play with my hair all night.
Yeah.
And it was, I think I was being tortured.
Yeah.
I honestly think I was being
And
tortured
it
by my
makes
child.
you so grumpy with them,
Oh,
and they
it's
don't care,
horrible.
and they don't understand tiredness.
No. To the point where, like, at some points, I would grab his hand and just be like, putting it down, like, obviously just kind of like, get off me.
Oh,
Like
God.
this.
Also, it's the sound of the dummy, because that's what's hard for me with Theo. Is
Yeah. All night long.
in my ear. And I say to him, Mummy's finding it really hard because Mummy really hates that sound. And then I go to the bottom of the bed, so I lay across this mattress sideways, and then they both come and look for me. They both come and look for me.
Yeah, of course they do.
Yeah.
We did that.
There's such dicks, aren't there? They don't care. They're so selfish.
7 o'clock this morning, my first time I shouted today, because Theo was, because Theo was licking the dog. And I was like, I did not want to be shouting at 7 in the morning. Can you stop licking the dog?
It's insane, isn't it? We've got 2 boys as well.
Yeah.
So, what part of the dog was he licking?
His face and ears.
Licking the dog's face and ears.
'Cause
What
he's-
kind of dog is it?
He's a Jack Russell, or he's half Jack Russell, half Springer. And it's because
So
Theo
we're talking
really...
quite coarse hair here.
Yeah, it's horrible, it's disgusting. But it's because Theo finds it really funny when the dog licks him. But this morning he was going, I'm a dog, licking. And it's like, so we start the day.
It's torture. It's horrible.
And also the punching each other and all of that stuff. So in the night, this is the problem with all in the same bed, is they fight each other. They find each other and they find that really fun. Anyway, so yes, I'm writing a show about how much I'm loving parenting.
So magical.
Yeah.
But no, we're kind of we're not fully out of it.
No.
But we're at the other end, and it does get a lot easier.
Yes.
It does.
So
But
much
now I hate myself, right? Because I've wished it away so much. But now that my eldest is 10 and I can see him slipping away, I'm really sad. And like, I'm devastated.
It is really sad.
It's but what a head fuck. One absolute head fuck of, it's really hard for all of these days, for all of these years, and then all of a sudden they're gone and you're just left.
As
and
soon
you're
as it
like,
starts getting easy, you're going to miss it. Like, what? It's like a practical joke.
It is.
I also think the thing that you can't understand before you have children, and by that I don't mean you have to have them biologically. I think it's like, you know, the children you look after.
Of course.
Yeah.
That what nature does really cleverly, and what you can't prepare for, is that there's nothing of you left. It's the devotion to them. That's how they survive.
Yeah.
that's the thing that's exhausting, that you can't just, you can have a night in a hotel room, maybe you can get some sleep, maybe you've got really good supportive family and childcare, but essentially you are obsessed with them.
You're still thinking of them.
And
I woke up
and
at 6 o'clock.
depletes you.
Yeah.
And then at some point they don't need you as much anymore. And then that's what you'll feel is,
What do you do?
It has all been about you.
Oh, I'm going to be terrible. I know I am. I think you'll actually be worse than me, which is saying something. I think you're going to just buy loads of dogs.
I think, dogs, pets, weird hobbies.
He's already
Oh, I've got all the weird hobbies.
Oh, my
What have
God, he's
you? Like
already got
instruments
them.
and stuff? Do you play
No,
anything?
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and golf.
Oh wow, golf's amazing.
And I did bike guy for a while. I was Mr.
Did
Cycling.
bike
I
for a
went, I
while.
went, I went
They're
obsessive.
very healthy
Yeah.
things
Lego,
to do.
Warhammer for a little
Lego
while.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Warhammer. But it'll get worse.
Yeah, I think
it'll
so.
be everything.
Yeah, but I think people just like you'll be speaking Korean. You'll just have this like.
Well, I did hear the other day that there was a hole, and this is exciting.
Yeah.
And Rosie doesn't know about this yet. I've actually been saving this. Let's all just look at Rosie's face when I say this.
I love a news story.
She's not going to love this.
Oh,
There's a whole flight simulator community
Oh wow.
where they do flight simulators, the games, but you can get a replica
No.
cockpit
no.
built
in your
No.
house.
in your house.
No.
Yeah.
It's Rosie. It's
No.
apparently indistinguishable from a real
No,
cockpit.
because
That good room just went down the drain.
well,
didn't it?
the good room's fucked. We have
Imagine
had.
if that's the next Instagram post. After all of your lovely, we've got the wallpaper, we've got the lights in.
And we'll be cruising at an altitude.
We're just skim past Chris in his cockpit.
I'll have my headphones on. I'll have my.
We haven't spoke about it for a while because it's been moved. Because we've got a new studio and it's like just next to the studio. But we have had a pool table come dining table that has
yes.
followed us around
Yeah.
for 11 years. And I hate it. I hate
Okay.
it so much because it's not nice. It's
Yeah.
not, it's just, Chris bought it before we met.
No, we got it when we're together.
Oh, I must have been very...
It was very early.
It was
in the,
early. I
You were
mustn't have had much
cool
say.
girl
Yeah, I
phase.
was just
Yeah.
like, oh my God, this
It
is
was,
great.
you know that phase where you just pretend to be laid back?
Yes,
It was
yeah.
that phase.
Cool girl.
Okay.
Or they call it like me now, don't they?
Oh yeah,
Being
pick,
like
like,
me
pick
girl.
me, like
Pick me. That's
me
what,
girls.
that's what
yeah.
it is. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I think I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, this looks so great. This is
Yeah.
just about and you can have your friends round and play on it. Yeah, it's followed with, and I've allowed it, haven't I? Which actually is good.
I actually did say the other day that I might be ready to get rid of it, and I thought she was going to cry.
Yeah.
I actually thought she was going to weep.
I
It's a
would
big
happily get
moment.
rid
But
of
if
it.
you're replacing it with a cockpit, this is what you've got to be
This is
careful
the
of.
thing.
That's the thing.
He's already got a golf simulator, which you don't tell anyone, but the golf simulator
Yeah.
has to now.
So
come
how do you do that?
everywhere.
Is that like a big screen?
That's amazing. It's
Is
the
it?
best room ever. I've never really
so
talked
what? So
about
what is
it,
it
but
like a chip in the golf?
No, it's real.
ball?
It's
Yeah.
all real. Real ball, real clubs, the same as you would use out on the thing.
Yeah.
But there's a massive sensor on the ceiling just next to the
Wow.
projector,
Yeah.
and it reads all the physics of the ball.
Yeah.
So you smash it, and it hits the screen, and the screen shows you it going down the fairway.
Yeah.
Or in my case, left into the trees.
Oh, okay. So you do need to
Um,
practice. He does need to practice.
But it's horrible though because sometimes you don't know this, but sometimes when you're like, just come and chat to us when I'm on the sim, I want to die. Like when I
Yeah.
have to just sit down and you're just swinging golf clubs at a mattress, I'm just sort of like, this is horrible.
Sorry, swinging golf club with a mattress. You miss out a bit of crack.
It's a mattress. It's a blow-up mattress.
It's not a blow-up mattress.
With a screen
it's
in front. Essentially, it is.
It's
You've
not.
been
It's
ripped
an
off.
impact screen.
What uncool hobbies could you start, Rosie?
I don't. Oh,
That's what I
well,
mean. You have to start one. You're obviously too cool now. You need to do
know.
something. I always think it's very difficult for them to understand unless you show them an equivalent.
Right,
So
okay.
maybe that's what you need
I
to
don't
do.
have time for hobbies. Have you
No.
got? This is the thing. I'm like,
No.
although I do have one hobby.
Mm.
So I am still a part of the amateur dramatic singing club that I joined when I was
Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
So me and my friends have all grown up and had kids, but we've like gone back and now we're in the committee. Like my best friend's chairwoman of this committee. So that's like my little hobby.
That's lovely, yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I don't have anything. I watch Real Housewives.
Yeah.
That's like a
I'm trying
hobby.
to think of like a sport like curling.
She's too
Could
lazy,
you get
man.
into curling?
She's too lazy to have a hobby.
Scared of
Flying
falling.
kites? Would
Oh,
you like
no.
like imagine that you in the garden with like a
I
really big sports
I wanted
kite.
to do reformer yoga,
Oh,
like
yes.
Pilates,
Yeah.
but I can't be arsed.
There it
And
is.
it's too
Well, it's,
cold.
it's mostly
is.
lying down. That's why reformer Pilates is so great.
Okay.
I think
Really?
even saying this, I think someone will send you a free one.
All right. I'm
Rosie,
up for it.
and because you do get a little bit obsessed with it, because essentially you're like lying there going, "This isn't exercise.
But
This
it
isn't
is
exercise. I'm
good.
just lying down." And you can do it. It's like, you can't be bothered.
So is it you do this, by the
I
way?
do sometimes, yeah.
Nice.
But the person I would say to watch is like someone like Joanne McNally.
Yeah.
It really strengthens you without you sort of. I don't think your heart beats any faster.
Right. Okay.
A lot of the time.
Right, so you don't even break a
And
sweat.
then you start to get better at it quite quickly. So I think
Okay.
you do get a bit like, oh,
Well, get better at lying down.
yeah.
Right.
That's a summer one though, because at the minute up north it's so cold,
Yeah.
and everywhere. No disrespect to all of the owners who own establishments,
Oh, it's
but
too chilly.
it's fucking freezing.
Okay.
They're all like in like converted bloody garages and all like these
Units.
outdoor
A lot of
units.
units.
And
Oh, right, yeah.
I don't want to see my breath while I'm doing stuff.
No, you can't.
Do you know what I mean?
You can't be
It's
wearing
like-
a balaclava doing your
No, it's
reformer
like
yoga.
SAS shit, and I'm like, this is not. I want it to be really warm.
What about hot yoga then?
I would love that. Actually.
Yeah, do that. 'Cause
I've
that's
not
really
got
nice.
any of that near us. I don't think there's
There
any.
is one.
Is
There
there?
is a hot yoga.
Hot yoga makes you feel really cleansed afterwards, and you drink loads of water in it, which I don't normally do. So actually, you do feel like it's very
Just
healthy.
look at you with all your hobbies. Do you look after yourself?
I just genuinely, it's a mental health thing where you just feel so much better if
Okay.
you do exercise. Don't you find that?
I
That's
was
the whole-
never a
with the
believer.
golf and stuff. It's like your brain is thinking about something else, and when you're sort of turning off the chattery bit of your brain
Yeah.
to do something physical, and then after an hour of that,
Well,
you
in
just,
all honesty, the golf
I
is
would
actually
agree.
more stressful than when you start. But the
Yeah.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu switches your brain
Yeah.
off. It's gone, and I
Yeah.
get off the mats, and I've got verbal diarrhea. I mean, everything comes back, and I'm
Yeah.
like, it's like I've turned the tap off for a bit. It's
Yes.
phenomenal. So I
Yeah.
totally get what you
Yeah,
mean.
yeah.
Babadoo, 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 ba. Time has actually flown. We've got to do this question.
Oh, Jesus
It's 20 to 11. What the hell?
I thought I didn't think we'd start it.
This is crazy.
We
Oh,
do
this
that.
is
We
Yes,
just
yeah,
run
no,
in.
no,
It's
it's
just
lovely.
really
No, it's
nice and
lovely.
natural.
Okay, so excited? This is
Yes.
it?
So
yeah.
we've got this. The whole part, and please keep me anonymous, is that you read out one
Yeah.
of these stories that's come in. So take it away.
Ready? Hi,
Yes.
Chris and Rosie. Please keep me anonymous.
We shall.
Just out of embarrassment, mostly. A few years ago, whilst at university, I was in the co-op looking at the bottles of wine and
Nice.
spotted one on the top shelf that looked nice, probably most expensive, would you say? with
Probably had
wine?
a security
Probably
tag
got
on,
a
I
tag
reckon.
on.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well,
That's how you know they're good.
safety first. However, given my lack of height, I was unable to reach it even on my tiptoes. So this is a high shelf for a small person. We know this much.
Or both.
Bit of both.
I can't reach top shelves. It's really embarrassing. I've had to ask loads of people to help me with stuff.
Have you?
off the yeah.
I feel so
Can you
tall
help
when I'm
Tori?
knocking around with her in the supermarket. It's great.
Do you?
Not that we haven't been to the supermarket together. Do you know this? We haven't been to the supermarket together for years.
Well, because we take a child, we take a separate child every
Yes,
weekend.
yeah.
We've got a big issue with people who go full family shopping. We fucking hate them.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, if you go out, well,
trying to
wait, I mean,
visualise
I've seen multiple generations of one family in the supermarket. And I'm like, you're just taking up space in the aisle.
I think I do disagree with you on this because I think it's such a nice day out. I think it clicks into something really ancestral in
still
terms
gotta-
of like foraging. So like, it makes me so happy. Number one, because I obviously, and I don't know if this is the same for you guys, I didn't have money growing up, and I don't mean that in like I was like went to bed hungry way.
Yeah, of course.
But there's something about walking into Tesco and going, we can have anything we want.
yeah,
We can buy a can of anything we want. You want crisps? We can get crisps. There's something about that makes me feel giddy as soon as we walk in. And then I do love the whole negotiating.
you're right. Actually, I remember at
Yeah,
Christmas
kids
we
like
used
this.
to get like 2 trolleys. And
Wow.
I'm
That
not
is
saying
wow.
you get 2 trolleys now all the time, but like
Yeah.
I remember just being like,
Wow.
God.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was a basket round quick save.
And I
was
think if you go
awesome.
with the whole family, then you're not going to have a thing where you come back and they go, oh, not those yogurts.
Yeah.
Oh,
True.
I don't eat that cheese.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wouldn't give our
Fuck
kids. I
them.
wouldn't give our kids a choice. Not in the supermarket. You'd be there all day. It would just be every Mr. Beast product that is out there would be in the trolley.
What is Mr. Beast?
oh, you're
serious?
not there yet.
Yeah, I'm serious.
You don't know who
It's-
Mr. Beast is?
No, I don't.
He's the biggest YouTuber on the planet.
Oh, God, okay.
Yeah.
And the kids love
Oh, I
him, but
see.
he's released chocolate bars.
Oh, okay, so there's
Beef
merch
jerky.
for a
Beef jerky.
Actually, it was
YouTuber.
actually really
Be
nice.
honest with
Would you
you,
say
Beef
that's the
jerky was
most
decent.
famous YouTuber?
He's the biggest
Yeah.
YouTuber on
Yeah.
earth.
Okay,
Yeah,
wow.
He's
okay.
actually all right, as well.
Yeah, sure.
Like we've done our research because our eldest is banging to all that kind of stuff. Anyway,
Yeah.
well,
Okay.
Sorry.
that'll
No,
come,
that's
that'll come in
interesting.
time.
Yeah, my kids watch,
You got
Vlad,
that look
Vlad
up.
and Nikki.
Vlad
Oh,
and-
yeah, they're really
yeah,
sweet.
yeah.
My
So
youngest
it's,
likes
so
Vlad
it's sort of
and
like primary colours and Play-Doh and
Yes.
slime and
Yes.
all that
Yes.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a slippery slope, though. It's
The
a slippery
parents
slope.
who get a bit too much into it, though.
What's that?
The parents who get a bit too much into
I
it.
think they've
Yeah.
got uncles.
Yeah, uncles
No,
and
no.
aunts and a grandma
so
somewhere.
Uncle is how. No. So I'm onto
Yeah.
this. So these little families that play on YouTube, uncle is how they get around the actor who is in.
Right, okay, so
Okay.
it's not their real dad.
Uncle,
yeah.
help! And the guy who isn't even the same ethnicity as them walks in
Yes, yeah.
because that's how they just have played away the random bloke who comes in.
Right,
That's
okay.
what's happened.
Yeah,
stand them.
which is a really good message for children.
Well, do
If
you
a
know,
random man comes in your house, just call him uncle. Just don't make a fuss.
Give them a homemade ice cream, everyone will be
Yeah,
fine.
I think that's as bad as 10 grand for the next kill. The story continues.
Okay, sorry.
so
she
you couldn't
didn't
reach the
know about
wine.
it.
Sorry.
So I looked around me for a staff member to ask for help, but I couldn't see anyone. Maybe too small to see members of staff. There was a taller gentleman near to me who caught my eye briefly and smiled. So I worked up the courage and said, "Excuse me." I'm trying to imagine what her voice is like. "Excuse me, I'm trying to reach that bottle of wine, but I can't. Please, could you help me?"
Little mousy lady.
Yeah. And at this point, you would think a kind stranger would just say yes and take 3 seconds to grab the bottle I had pointed at. This was not the case in this situation. I looked at him, he looked at me, and the next thing I know, he's... What do you think happened next?
No way. No. He lifted her up.
I don't know. I haven't read the second half. I don't know.
Okay.
I genuinely
oh,
don't
gosh.
know.
Oh my gosh.
I think he lifted her up.
You think he lifted it?
I've got a
Would you-
horrible feeling that he's just went, no problem, and he's just like that, and he's just giving
Is that
her
what
a
you
boost.
do with Rosie, when she can't reach things on the top shelf?
we do the stand on me. We do the stand on me hand, don't
Yeah.
we?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
What's he
in
doing?
Walking Dead when they're trying to get over a gate that's locked.
This is
So
the world
I've
I
got
live in.
I've got two options here
Yeah.
now. I think lifted her up, or he's pissing himself laughing at her. They're my two
I
guesses.
say.
Okay.
Because I think, not that this is my game, but
It is
the,
your
wor-
game.
the
You
worst
play.
thing that I could imagine happening would be he says, "I don't think you should drink." As in, no, because
You've had enough.
that would be my shame. Is someone to go, "It's 4:00 on a Monday."
I didn't even think
We're
of that.
cutting you off,
Yeah.
love.
Oh,
Yeah.
you've had enough, love.
Yeah, the universe has told you something. It's put the
Yeah.
wine out
Oh
of
yeah,
your
well,
reach.
sorry, we don't know this because it's
Yeah.
written. She might have gone, "Excuse me, Mick, can you help me
Yeah.
get that bottle
Yes.
of wine?" He's gone.
Yes.
You're joking, aren't you,
Yeah,
love?
yeah.
Stay to yourself.
Maybe she's not sure. Maybe she's lying down. Point. Just unscrew it and pour it into my mouth, please. Yeah.
Okay, I think we should go with that.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
it should be. He's
judged her.
said no.
All right then.
Yeah,
okay, he's
or it
judged
could
her.
be. Imagine if you've asked someone who's like in AA and they're like, "I can't touch
Can't
it." Like, why?
touch
Like,
Oh, I'd be so. I'd be mortified.
Of course you'd be
That's something
mortified.
I would do.
I'd be
Yeah.
mortified.
No,
Oh,
actually,
come on
that's
then.
something you would do.
Yeah, it's something
Okay.
I would do.
I can tell you the answer.
Come on
is,
then.
Next thing I know, he's behind me and has his arms around my waist, picking me up. Yes! I couldn't believe what was happening. Since I was already up there, I didn't protest and simply grabbed the bottle of wine I wanted. He then put me down and we both went our separate ways. It all happened so quickly. I didn't have time to process how bizarre his choice was. I paid for my wine and left the shop. But look, she's thinking about it years and years later going, what happened?
Why did he pick me up?
So-
that's I would hate to be picked up by a stranger.
There's something with small women, which I never was, and I don't know if you ever found this in amateur dramatics. There is a man who likes to lift a woman.
Oh,
and-
yeah.
and play with a woman and all that. Have women sitting on their lap.
Oh,
And there's an
ugh.
advantage of never being like a tiny, and I think it is hard for tiny women.
Yeah, I remember at school, I was always, I'm the youngest as well. I'm 30th of August. I was the smallest kid in my class. So in reception, all of the older kids used to come and they just used to pick me up all the time, to the point where the teachers had to say to them, "Stop picking her up," because they would pick me up, they would spin me
yes.
round, and I was like, "This is horror." I hated it.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
they had to
bless
like
you.
say to all the bigger kids, "Rosie doesn't like being picked up. Please don't pick her up."
I didn't know this. That's so sad.
Because I was a dot.
Yeah,
I was
and
tiny.
I think dads and uncles have that as well with little girls, you know, like over my shoulder.
Yeah.
And they always think, you know, if you're sort of laughing along,
Yeah.
they can ignore the fact you're going, "Put me down."
Please put me down.
Yeah,
Put me
put
down.
me down.
I've been actually, that is so, never thought about it. I've been picked up loads over the course of my
annoying.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, poor me.
Maybe when you get into your
Who am
geeky,
me?
maybe your geeky hobby then should be sort of self-defense.
Self-defense.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll come to your BJ.
So
Do you know like a death grip on the neck or something where you can just like
put me down.
You know, that's something. I'm sure there's something where you can just go and people are
Yes.
unconscious.
I'll teach you what to do. But
With
he'll
a smile.
drop you. He'll drop you. You put him out, he'll drop you. That's the worst bit.
Oh, okay.
Who?
But
Who's
this,
gonna
but
Someone
this,
picks
but
you
this
up and
is
you put 'em
before.
out,
This
you
is
drop you.
before he's picked her up. This is when they come towards her.
Oh, yeah.
So if someone comes behind you to try and pick you up, you lace your foot around the back of their knee. And just lace it in and they can't pick you up. Just lace it in.
Okay, you need to teach me these things. I saw
Yeah.
a great video on Instagram the other day, and it was a woman sensei, and she did like a reenactment of being in a bar, and this man come over and said like, "Do you want a drink?" And he kept like, and then he grabbed her arm, and she just went like, so if he grabbed her there, she just kind of went like that.
Yeah.
And the arm came off, and I was like,
It's
that's
hard
good.
though when it's a setup. They had one on Dragon's Den the other day, and actually what she's promoting is self-defense. And what do they call it? When you give classes, basically you give teachers training, and then they can go away and start their own classes. So it would be really affordable all over Britain. Really good. But when they're enacting it, they've always got someone kind of pretending to get them. And you're like, oh yeah, it's really easy when someone's pretending to get me. I reckon I could
do it real.
Get out of it.
I think all women should do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
All women, because it gets people off you.
should.
It gets people off you.
Yeah.
Especially if you're on the ground, it gets them off you.
This is a 90s one. So I think from when we were younger, I always remember this being a thing.
Oh yeah, or with keys in your fingers.
Oh, I do that.
Yes,
I walk around car parks now.
That was
with
the
a key in my
90s thing.
finger.
I'm like, you'll be fine. Yeah, hitchhike home, you'll be fine. You got your door keys.
Do you know my nana? My nana used to walk home with a screwdriver in her hand.
Yeah.
God,
When
From our house.
I first
She was a
moved,
mechanic. She wasn't a mechanic.
when I first moved into a flat by myself, my mum sent me a hammer, and I said, "Why is the hammer?" She went, "Just have it under your pillow, just in case." Because I'd said to her,
Wow.
it's sort of quiet in the flat, and you sort of go and sleep, and just again that catastrophizing thing, just think the worst. And she went,
of course.
and then you'll think the worst, and you go, "I've got a hammer under my pillow."
Yeah. That's how I'll die.
We still barricade. I guess someone comes to murder you. Oh, great! There's a hammer here. Great. I don't have to hurt my hand. Oh, help! Thank you for the hammer.
Yeah, and then your jiu-jitsu Brazilian stuff isn't working. No, this should work.
Put the jacket on. Put the special jacket on, or I can't grab you. We still barricade hotel rooms. We barricaded the hotel room last night.
Yeah.
If there's not a deadlock, if there's not a bolt or anything, we
I know.
barricade the doors.
We're catastrophisers.
pathetic.
I'd love to be a bit more laid back with stuff like
but
that.
then they're the people that get killed in their
Do you
beds.
think this
I
is
think
the thing?
So,
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because also at hotels, you must have had this, because we stay a lot.
Yeah.
Sometimes your key card opens the wrong door. I've had people come into rooms because their key card opens the wrong door.
You've
They're on
already
the wrong
I've said this
floor.
before. I walked into a man's room once. I opened it. I walked in. Lights were on. It was lit like
Yeah.
this room. I walked to the bottom of the bed. I turned. He was fast asleep in the bed.
Fucking hell.
I turned around. I walked back out. I saw my breakfast the next morning.
Yeah.
And I looked at him and I thought, you have got no idea that I was standing at the bottom of your bed last night.
Right, okay. It's horrible. So it makes a lot of sense to barricade your door.
Oh,
because at
barricade
least
the
when someone's
doors.
trying to open it, they go, "Oh, there's something in front of the door.
Yeah.
This isn't my room."
Yes.
Yeah.
Really quickly,
Yeah.
just because I need to tell someone. I watched a documentary on Netflix, and it was really good. It was about a girl who got abducted from her home, and she's alive. It's fine, but blah blah blah. She got abducted from her bedroom.
Oh, Smart.
Yes,
Yeah,
Elizabeth Smart.
Yeah, it's a really famous case.
Yes,
and they
yes,
have
yes.
done a very good documentary of it.
It was
Do
really
you like
good.
true crime, Chris?
No, upsets us,
I
makes
love
us sad.
true
The
crime.
It's
things
there's just a gender divide.
It
The
is,
things
isn't
that
it?
Rosie
divide.
enjoys baffle me.
Yeah.
Baffle me.
It
She'll
relax-
go,
it actually
Rosie will look at me
It
and
does relax you.
she'll go, I'm listening to a really good podcast or I'm watching a really good documentary, and then she'll proceed to describe
Horror. Yep.
my nightmares.
Yeah. But something, the more gruesome it is, the quicker I fall asleep.
Oh my god, I love it. Yeah, same.
Yeah.
But I need to just tell you.
One hand on your
I'm
hammer.
going to do it. Horatio Gould, I don't know if you know him. I did a gig with him the other day.
Right.
And he's really funny. He does stuff with Finn Taylor.
Oh,
And
yeah,
he's
I
sort of
know who he is, yeah.
He's got a joke about his girlfriend going to sleep listening to true crime podcasts, which is she's listening to a woman who looks like her being murdered by a guy who looks like me. Yeah.
You know, it's madness.
What were you
But
gonna
no,
say?
so the thing I took away from this documentary was she got abducted from her bedroom and her and her sister shared this bedroom. The day after she got abducted, they were going to sleep, and that girl was
Yes.
sleeping in that bedroom by
Yeah.
herself.
Yeah.
And her parents were in the other bedroom.
Yeah, and she was like waiting for her dad to come and tuck her in.
And she was like, and I just didn't sleep. I was like, well, in the bedroom that your sister got abducted from.
Well, basically, a guy put a chair outside the window and then just opened the window.
Yeah. But what?
And the thing is, this is sort of a spoiler, the guy did want her as well. He wanted to have lots of wives.
But like that, my thing is, from that moment on, my children would
house.
sleep. I'd move house. They would sleep. It would all sleep in a room together until they were 25.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and just the fact that the
Hammer
day
under
after,
every pillow.
yeah,
Yeah.
all the hammers, and then so there you go. Actually, there are certain people who do this stuff.
That's what you
happens
said.
to.
They're
Yes.
the people who get that.
Yeah, so we're all right. We're fine.
Yeah.
We're fine.
Yes.
We'll be
And
fine.
one last thought on the thing you read out. That guy is either, to this day, thinks it was completely fine, thinks nothing of it, or he's exactly the same as her. Why the fuck
Why
did I do that?
Why did I
Yeah,
If he's
exactly.
listening, if you're the guy who actually lifted that lady up, if you thought it was fine, wasn't fine, mate. Bit weird.
But
But yeah, sorry.
could it be this? I don't know if you have ever done something you think will be funny.
Oh my God.
and then the person doesn't laugh.
Story.
Oh, you're joking.
Right.
Story.
So that's
Chris
the kind of
Ramsey,
thing.
pleased to meet you.
Yeah. So this is the kind of thing, especially with strangers, especially on the dog walks, like nursery drop-offs. Just occasionally, I bring out like the dad humour,
Yeah.
and then when they don't give you you were clearly had a twinkle in your eye there,
Yeah.
and you both walk away like it was normal, and then that like, do they think I lift people up in the supermarket?
Do you know I've just learned that you just got to live with yourself
Yeah.
and just forget about it. I say stuff all the time. And now I'm just living in a world where I go, well, it's all right.
It just
Doesn't
comes
matter.
back to you in the shower and you shout to get the voice out of your head, and that's it.
I know loads of weird people. I just think I live in a world where I think, well, people think I'm weird, and that's fine.
I'm always trying to see this woman again on a dog walk because my dog, other dogs have smelled my dog's bum for ages and ages and ages, and it's so long, and you're standing with another human, and this woman was clearly on her way to work, and her dog was smelling my bum, and I used to have this thing that I would
Your
say.
bum?
No,
The
no,
dog's
this is what I mean.
bum.
I know, that's what I said to her. So what I used to say to people is, my dog's got a really smelly bum. And then hoping they would laugh, and they very rarely did. But that was like my quip. Where I'd be like, my dog's got a really smelly bum. But this woman, I said to this woman, I've got a really smelly bum. And that's what comes back to me. That's what comes back to me. So I have to drown it out with true crime. I've never seen her again. She probably got rid of her dog, moved house. She doesn't ever. Any time of day, she's thinking, I don't want to see that lady again. It's like. And then as she walked away, I thought, I have to shout, I meant the dog. But then I thought, that's going to sound more like.
Yeah.
I have.
Oh my
She protesting
God.
too much.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. That woman denies.
We're all the
Where's
same.
that smelly ass? She sees you on the telly going, oh my God, that's the woman who's got smelly ass.
Yeah.
Sewing bee.
Yeah, that's it. No, I don't want to watch Last One Laughing. I saw her on a bus. That's the woman with the smelly bum.
Oh, thank you so much for coming
Thank
in.
you for having me.
Chatting
I
and
love your
laughing with
podcast. I
us.
think you're so funny, and you're so funny together. It's really joyful.
Oh, thank you
So
so
what you
much.
do is so lovely.
much.
Thank
It's
you.
lovely to have a chat with you. I wish we could have chatted longer. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Sarah.